Hello, this is Steve Overgard, and I am doing a crawl space at 7601 Ratling Drive in Midlothian. We have some concerns about termite infestation, as we saw termites on the outside of the wall about 5 feet up. It looked like a termite tube. Let's see, we got a light switch right here. That's great. And we're in the crawl space and we are turning left. Let's check for some orientation stuff. Peek outside of this wall, and there's soap in here for some reason. Let me get that. Probably could use a vapor barrier. There's some discoloration on the insulation on the heat pump. Okay. To this point, I don't really see anything. Hole in the foundation wall that should be caulked up with foam. Discoloration on the underside of the insulation. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get around that. I have to go around. HVAC unit. There's a relatively new hot water heater tank sitting right here. Looks like the plumber left his tool. And that has Quest, the gray Quest pipes, and the last couple of feet with the new hot water tank are PEX, which is good. Soap and bug bombs. Alright, I'm making my way around the right side of the foundation wall. I'm going counterclockwise. Just something to note here. This is a corner of the foundation wall. The cinder block is cracked here and here. Because it's in the mortar joint, it's of no big concern. It is also cracked here, which could point to a problem. However, it does not translate all the way to the ground much, just a little bit right there. On that, I would just advise that we keep an eye on it and monitor. The vent pipe goes through here, so that could have weakened that block. May not be anything at all. All right, I've hit the back left corner of the house, and I'm going to be ducking up under the pipe. And I'm heading from the back left corner to the back right corner, looking at the foundation wall. Don't see any signs that it has ever been treated for termites before. Apparently I'm up underneath the fireplace right now. The wood members look great. There is vapor barrier up in this section. It's probably not 6 mil, but it seems to be doing the job. The ground is not wet or saturated. Not seeing anything of concern so far with the wood members. And I've kind of been getting close to the middle of the house here, looking at the joist ends, sill plates, and the band boards. And ducking under some ductwork. Alright, and there's the crawl space that goes out underneath the front porch. Going out there, looking at the main portion of the house. So far, no evidence of termite infestation that I see. All right, and then this is a little bump out section on the front of the house, and I'm looking around the foundation wall for the telltale signs, the termite tubes, if there are any. And there's a little crack right there, just like we saw in the back, and another one right there. Very small. Wouldn't recommend we do anything with those other than just keep an eye on them. Wood members here look good. Sill plate looks good. All right, and now I'm making my way back to where the HVAC goes through that wall, and I'm not finding any way to get into that. All right, so I'm going to come back out. Working my way down the center beam, looks great. No problems here. I don't see any termite infestation at all. Just a couple things to note where I'm in this spot right here. I see a number of vents, the foil vent there, and then the white plastic vent, and they're kind of like a vacuum cleaner hose. Over time, those will weaken and deteriorate. You can see where that silver vent is drooping. If that's a drier vent, I'm not sure if it is or not, but if that's a drier vent, then over time lint would collect in there, which would hasten, the lifespan of that unit. If you replace it next time, would recommend that you go with a solid ductwork. I'm working my way back around the HVAC unit. And you can see that vent duct right there, and then there's one right here that's white plastic. It was very typical in the age when this house was built to use that, so it's not unusual. Just if you do a replacement, then recommend that you do a replacement with an upgrade. All right, so there's a dryer vent. It goes into a solid PVC pipe, which is good. The drooping, though, could be a problem, so you might want to have that. It looks like it was held up with duct tape. Not the very best approach. And I'm making my way back to the crawl door because apparently that area on the side of the house where there's concern would probably go into the garage or adjacent. Okay. Now I'm coming back out. There's some more of that vent piping there. The reason why you want to keep an eye on that in the crawl space is if one of those vent pipes were to get a leak in it. These look like they're in great shape though. If it were to get a leak in it, then you would be spewing moist air into the crawl space, which you want to try to avoid. All right, and I'm heading back out. Okay, I'm at the same house, and I'm in the little attached storage building to the back right, and right here, this looks like to me a termite tube, which is in close proximity to the area of concern. And just looking up into the rafters. Electrical light. It's hard to see in here with all this stuff. I'm just going to try to crawl around with a few little things. Alright, right there. Right there is a termite where it's coming up through the foundation wall.